Hi guys, today I'm going to solve the LeetCode problem. The problem number is 66 plus 1. So in this problem we have given a large int of array named digits. In this what we need to do is we need to convert this int of array into an integer. Let's just say if 123 we need to concatenate into an integer 123, add 1 to it and return it as an array. Okay, so if 124, 1 is the index 0, 2 is index 1 and 4 is index 2, so the array of length 3, right? So the same thing goes in example 2. We have an int of array digits in which we need to concatenate, so it becomes 4 3 2 1. So when you add to it, it becomes 4 3 2 2, and then you just reverse it back to an array which becomes 4 3 4 comma 3 comma 2 comma 2, right? So now the same thing applies to example 3 in which you have 9, right? So when you add a 1 to 9, when you convert it to an integer, you add 1 to 9, it becomes 10. So the index is 0 becomes 1 and index 1 becomes 0, okay? So array of length 2, okay? So let's go to Visual Studio and try to solve this problem. So what I have done is I copied this example 1 in my array, okay, and named it as digits, and it is expecting output of 124, right? You increase it and then you reverse it back to an array, right? So the basic steps that I think it is very simple, right? I don't have to write anything. Convert it to integer as per the question, add 1 to it and then reverse it back to an array, okay? So that there is nothing more I can write for like steps, that I can perform. So let's code it out. Let's say at first we have, let's say we need to concatenate it to string, right? So how we gonna concatenate it to string is we have string.concat, and then we need to pass, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass our digits into it, okay? So what it will give me, the string.concat will give me a string. So in this, what we want to do is we want to do a int.parse. Okay, so because we need an integer, right? So int.parse will give me an integer, right? So let's say let's pull it to a variable. Let's say digit value, right? Digit value, right? Okay, so this is integer, right? So let's see what we have right now. So my digit value has 1, 2, 3. Perfect, right? So we have managed to get the first step right. Okay. Let's just stop this. Close all but this. Okay. So there is another way of doing this. Another way of doing it. Okay. So another way of doing it is int digit val using join. Okay, we can also do this by using string.join. Okay, so same thing, int.parse, right? And inside we're gonna do a string.join. Okay, string.join. So what it takes, a separator and a parameter of string array, right? So what we can do is parameter of object actually. So for a separator we can pass just an empty string, and then for an object value what we can do is we can pass the digits. Okay, so I should get the same 1 2 3 in here in the second digit 1 value also. Okay, so I'm just wanted to show you. Okay, here you go, 1 2 3, right? So we get the same value using two different ways. Okay, I just wanted to show you. Okay, and the next step is to add 1 to it. So how are we going to add? Just add 1. It should add 1 to it. So now we have the total, running total is 124 in this. So next step is reverse it back to an array, right? So let's say int of result array, right? Result array equals to. So how did we get to this integer? Is by we had a string here, right? So we need to convert our digit value. Let's just comment this out for now. Digit value, right, to string, right? To string. Okay, so that's what we did. We parsed the string, right? So we are going back one step back. Okay, and then how we gonna get to an enumerable of string is using a select clause, right? Select, let's just say select this, right? Um, dot to array, right? So, okay, yeah, dot to array, okay. So now, okay, let's see what it is complaining, okay. It says cannot implicitly convert string of array to int of array, okay. So this is our int of array and it is saying this is our string of array. So how can we do this? Is let's say what we have right now. So what does select dot does is it is our projection operator, okay. So what project it is projecting whatever the string value 124. So 124, how it is projecting is one string, right? It is string one, right? And then it projects it into a column, okay. Whenever you say select, it is projecting into a column of I enumerable value, okay. 2, right? And then for now I'm just doing this, okay. And 3, okay. So this is how it is projecting, okay. Where is this? Sorry, I just mistyped it, okay. 3. So this is what it is right now, okay. So we need to find somewhere in each item when it is dot to string, it is doing dot to string here, dot to string, dot to string, okay. So we need to parse it here, int dot parse, okay. So now what it happens is, okay, here we go, we have an int of string here, okay. So this array, it is removing this string, okay. So now we have an int of array, here you go. So this is what we have now, okay, and it is happy. So we can pull it to the result array variable, okay. So this is what it is, okay, here you go. So okay, this is all the code actually. So but there is another way of doing it, another way of doing it. I would want to show that also, so that you have a better understanding of doing things, and maybe get a new idea. Same thing, I want to do the same thing, but instead of doing that int dot parse, I want to do something else, okay. So here you go, I'll just type result one, right? And then digit dot select, select. In this select, what we need to do is we need, because it is right now a character, right? So each character X, what we are doing, we are changing it to string and then passing it to an integer, okay. But each character has also a method called get numeric value, okay. What it returns is it returns a double, okay. So we need to pass that X, right? And that double, what I want to do is I want to cast it to a int, okay. Perfect, same thing, but a different approach, okay. So this is another way of doing it, okay. Great, I just wanted to show you. Let's debug and then we can also see it by ourselves, okay. Let's debug one at a time. I don't want this right now. Okay, here you go. And digit value 124, perfect. And then result array, right? Result array is, there are 3 items in it. Okay, 1, 2, 4, perfect. That is what we want. And the second time, result array 1 using character dot get numeric value, which gives you a double, and we cast it to an int. It also has 3 items into 124, perfect. So we are getting the value that we want. Let's put the code together so that we don't, let's just do this. Let's comment this out, okay. Another way of doing it, here you go. I'll just write this another way of doing it properly here, so that we know, okay. And for now, let's return this, okay. Return this, okay. And then we don't need this return, comment it out, copy this much code, and then what we're going to do is put this code in action and run our test cases, okay. So let's run all our test cases. I have added one more test cases also, just to let you know. Okay, here you go. So I tried to do this problem before as well, and I ran into the same issue. So I tried to debug and see what was going on, okay. So my test cases is this. This was the 5th test case, I think, that got failed. Does it show me anything? Copy. No, it doesn't show me anything right now. Okay, anyways, okay. So I was looking as a big integer, okay. So I think why it is failing is, as you can see, in the given problem, it is specifically, it clearly mentions it is a large integer represented as an integer of arrays. Okay, so it can be a large amount of it. So when you convert this, let's say our test cases here, into an integer, it does not fit in the container of int. That's what it is complaining. Okay, the overflow exception is basically that. Okay, so saying this, the value of int, it does not, like, it is not a like int, it container is too small. Okay, so we need something called big integer. So that's what I was looking at, something called big integer. Okay, okay, let's go back and try to debug this problem. Let's copy this code here. Okay, we have the code here. Okay, let's just let it run. Let's see where it fails. Okay, boom, it fails when you parse it, right? Same value was either too large or too small for int, so we need a big int. Okay, so I was big integer. Okay, here you go. So if you don't see this big integer, you need to go to your, like, you need to go to your NuGet packet manager, or you could just do control dot, type big integer, press control dot on it, and it will tell you if you can add it in your NuGet somewhere here. It will show you. Okay, so I did the same thing. Oh, sorry, I just wanted to type big int, big integer. Okay, so let's see if it fails, because it should not fail. Does it fail? No, it doesn't fail, right? So, sorry, here you go. It was failing on this line. Okay, no, it doesn't fail. It returns. Does it return? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now let's copy this line, and then let's change this also, because this is another method, right? Big integer, control C, big integer dot parse. Okay, let's copy these 3 lines and go back to our code. Paste this 3 line here. Here you go, and then run our test cases. Okay, our test case is passed. This also passed. Output, okay, perfect. And submit this code. Fingers crossed. Hopefully it will work this time. Perfect, it ran and it worked. Okay, 151 milliseconds. This is my code, and I hope you like the explanation that I gave you. And also I have put the other, the second, way of doing it for both the scenarios of converting it to an int and reverting it back to an array. Okay, I hope you like that. And thank you so much for watching. Feel free to give me a thumbs up. Yeah, thank you.